What's going on, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. How you guys doing today? So for this afternoon video, I decided that we would do something a little bit different. Some of you may remember this series, but there's a lot of people that are new to the channel that haven't seen it before, and it's reading my old blog. So basically, I used to write a blog when I first got into poker on deucescrack.com. It still exists, so I'm reading over the old entries and seeing what I was up to at that time. You know, laughing at it a little bit, reacting to it. So that's going to be the plan today. If you want to check out the first 4 videos in this series, I will put a link to the playlist down in the description. It'll give you a little bit of context, but we're just going to jump right into it. And today, in the old blog, is March 26th, 2011. All right. So, the title today, Grinding is Fun and Ramblings on EV. Hey guys, had a good day today, played mixed games in Limit 08 and booked a decent profit in Bolt A. It is really exciting to work towards goals, something I've never really done in my poker. I did set some goals in the last video, the last blog that I posted about, and this is something I still do to this day. Tracking my profit and how much more I need to move up is gratifying and gives new life to my poker game. I have grown fond of the grind the last couple days, but with double guarantees week starting Sunday, I can't pass up the opportunities that will present themselves. Full Tilt Poker used to run a promotion where every guarantee on the site would be doubled for a whole week. This is online poker before Black Friday, you guys, March 26, 2011. I'm pretty sure this is before Black Friday. I don't think they ran it after Black Friday, so yeah, things were pretty crazy, just double guarantees across the board for a whole week. Pretty insane. So it looks like I'm going to play MTTs. My MTT roll is small since it's split up 9 ways, so I'm only rolled for 19 and under, $1,900. Unfortunately, taking the 24 freeze-outs out of the question for me, the $24 tournaments. But I don't mind because they will be extremely tough this week anyways, with every pro, except for the very biggest, will be playing 4x the number. The added fish won't be as high. So basically, on this multi-entry week, you could enter up to 4 times in the same tournament, and it would pay you based on your finish position. So like, say you got 2 stacks to the final table, you get paid 9th place, you would take the chips from the 9th place stack and add it to your other stack, and then you could play out the other one. So there was a lot of pros that would enter it 4 times per tournament, basically. Okay, I'm going to try and play long loadouts every day of double guarantee week, so prepare food in advance. Getting good rest will be a must. Sounds like life right now. Here are the tournaments I plan to play daily, except for Sundays, which will contain Storm, Turbo Takedown, and Double Deuce, etc. So here I have a schedule, which is mostly full tilt tournaments. There's a couple stars tournaments, which may be a blast from the past for some of you guys. There's an $11 super stack that started at 10:15 my time. There's the $11 daily 40 grand that started at noon. That is now the big 11, but it used to be called the daily 40 grand, so I was playing that. Stars $3 rebuy, which used to be one of the biggest micro stakes tournaments on the site. It had like an 80K guaranteed or something. The $5 2 rebuy and add-on, still there. Still an awesome tournament. At 4 o'clock, the $5 rebuy, those are the stars tournaments, and then the full tilt tournaments are all pretty dead. They're gone. And an 11-hour loadout is going to be a long grind, way too long. But I think it will be rewarding to actually work hard and push my brain harder than I previously have. I've been thinking about what kind of preparations I need to get ready for this kind of week. I'm going to head off to the grocery store tomorrow and pick up flavored water and some snacks. I plan to go to Subway in the morning before I start every day and grab a sub. And after lunch, that's not, I mean, probably not the best plan to start with a full, I mean, unless your sub's good. In hindsight, this wasn't the best. I'm also going to fully clean and prepare my grind space with an array of podcasts, music, and probably go buy some more memory for my computer. It can handle 7 tables with a HUD running and the additional display, so unless I want to play without, I need to do that. It can't handle it. I'm also going to go for a short walk around the neighborhood at 9:30 when I wake up to get my body and mind active for the day. At least I'm preparing. This is good. If you guys can think of anything else that could help me through the week, it would be much appreciated if you drop a line in the comment section. I think the EV discussion will have to wait till tomorrow night, as this post is getting long and I'm getting tired. Oh, so am I. Future me. Jamie Staples. Edit. If things prove to be too stressful and too long, I always have the ability to cut off Midnight Madness or the first 4 tourneys, especially before a surely massive weekend ending in triple guarantees. Triple guarantee Sunday, probably. Okay, so we're loading up for like a series sort of feeling thing here with this double guarantee week, and you guys can already see some of the influence that I have now in terms of preparing for Scoop and WCoop. I like to prepare for these things and sort of have a plan in place and then execute it. So Yeah, that's fun times. I forgot about Double Guarantee Week. Okay, that's March 26th. Let's check out March 31st now, 2011. I lied. I posted 4 days later. You should run under EV is the title. Now, I know what this post is going to be, and it's already tilting me because it's wrong, but that's okay. We're going to read it. Hey, guys. Been a couple days since I updated you all on what's going on, and I have to say, I didn't expect to be where I am before Double Guarantee Week started. Started out my tourney grind on Sunday, and I cashed in one tournament, which was a huge downer on an already successful couple of weeks financially. The fact that I can cash one tournament on a Sunday and that gets me down is a big problem. I'm not in a good space right now, obviously. You can go a Sunday and not cash a tournament to play 40 tournaments, and that's just how tournaments work. So I need to figure that out. Future me. Past me. Future me talking to past me. I know it's Double Guarantee Week, but I can't handle it right now, so I decided to grind for a couple days playing mixed just to put positive thoughts back into my head. I've abandoned my plan. So quick. I was so ready. I was so pumped. I had a big plan and I abandoned. I see my fantasies moving in the right direction without the nasty variance. So I played a little mixed games, breaking even, decided to head out to my brick and mortar, the casino, to play a little live. Always fun to play live when things aren't going your way, in my opinion. I agree. I think it's a good spot to take a break. I get there and catch up with a buddy of mine, and he was just on a trip to Florida. He thankfully remembers me that I'm going to be moving into his place in May for 5 months. This is true. I did move out of my parents' basement for 5 months into this guy's house, and yeah, we'll get to the stories, I'm sure, at some point. Oh, shit. Basically down to a 5K roll, not including investments, so I have $8,000 right now. I realized I had some work to do if I'm going to pay 2.5K in rent coming up. By the way, the 2.5K in rent was the whole 5 months. It was a basement suite for $500 a month. So cheap, you guys, especially considering the place. The place was really nice, actually, so. But yeah, as you can tell, I have $8,000 total, $5,000 in my poker bankroll, and I have 2.5K in rent I have to pay. So, like, things are very tight. This is not exactly how you're supposed to start your poker life, but I did. Now, I could tell him now that I can afford it at the moment, but $500 a month, utilities included, basement suite, kitchen, big screen, fully furnished. I can't pass it up. Oh man, you doing it, dude? It's a steal. So basically, I jetted home and sat down at the mixed games to hopefully put a long session in and put a dent into the upcoming expense. Well, poker doesn't work like that. That is true. After running really bad in the big bet games, I was stuck $100 and really frustrated. Dude, obviously stay and play live. You have a huge edge there. Like, that was the play, not going home and grinding online mix games, you know? Like, you're not going to be able to run up 2.5K quickly doing that. I'm sure most of you experience these emotional swings that come with poker. You lose money for 11 out of 12 days and you feel hopeless. I do know that feeling, for sure. There's definitely times where you go in swings and it's like, when you come around to day 12, you're just like, oh man, is it going to end ever, you know? It's definitely part of poker. Like, potentially, you've been running good, and now it's time to think about getting a resume ready just in case all of a sudden you suck. It works the other way too when you have a huge day and figure that this will be every day from now on, not understanding how everyone doesn't play this game. There we go. Basically, I was at a loss for what to play next. What is something that is lower variance, and if I put in time, it will make me some money? Oh, no. Ding! Limit Hold'em! Great idea! Pass, Jamie. This is, oh, so smart of you. Now I know, Limit has variance, but it doesn't have the huge boom/doom switch that big bet games and tournaments have. That's not true, by the way, but it's what I thought. Especially at the lower stakes. Now, to be completely honest, I had only played Limit in the mixed format. I am no way an expert Limit Hold'em player. That's clear. But I think I have found something that I'm naturally talented for. Wow, okay. I hopped in the 1-2 and 2-4 games and proceeded to beat them for 5 big bets per 100 over 2.5K hands. I know, a lol sample, but I just know I won't have an issue crushing these games. I've seen people limp fold pre-flop FFS. Making $500 in 6-ish hours is a great feeling. I never would have thought, but Limit Hold'em is fun. It might be my game. Oh, there's so many problems with this, Jamal. Jamie, dude. I mean, I decide to play a game that I don't know how to play, really, and then just, like, play 2,500 hands, and I'm like, okay, well, this is what I do now. That's a bit of a problem. I'm kind of YOLOing through life a little bit here, but you know, we made it anyways. Okay. I definitely didn't know where this complete change in direction came from, but it's exciting and fresh. That's what I was looking for. Basically, I was bored. I didn't know what to do. Things weren't going well, so I just changed my life, basically. Excuse me. One more. Alright, we made it. I'm gonna stick with it for April and make some money to pay for rent and move out on my own for a couple months. Now onto something I've been thinking about due to my dirty habit of browsing BBV, which is beats, brags, and variants on 2+2. It is kind of a dumb spot, basically. EV. Okay, so here's my big theory. EV. Now, it's not hard to find a thread on running under EV. EV stands for expected value. So if you get it in with Ace King against Ace King, if you win, you're running above expectation, right? Because you're supposed to chop it. If you lose and they run out of 4 flush, then you're running below expectation. So that's expected value. They litter poker forums throughout the interwebs and are considered a nuisance by more experienced players, talking about running under EV. Blog-worthy stuff. I was certainly a beginner once upon a time, and I was the one making those threads and asking for sympathy. That'd be threads. I think I have worked out in my head why everyone at the small stakes runs under EV. So immediately I don't understand EV, right? But we'll keep going. First off, I would like to say that people that post on poker forums are better than average players, okay? That's a fine assumption. On average, they make better than average decisions than most of the opposition. It only makes sense that if you're almost always getting it in ahead while at the micro/small stakes, it's probably most of deuces cracked. You're going to run under EV. Getting it in with bottom 2 pair against an overpair, for example, you're a big favorite, but not 100%. The guy's going to hit his set or counterfeit you more than 0%, therefore he has equity in the pot. If he hits his 15%, still records the whole pot in equity being shipped your way, which is untrue. So, I mean, I just don't I don't understand how EV works, basically. What I'm trying to say here is that you are going to get bad beats more if you get it in good more, right? If you continue to get it in ahead more than most players, then you're going to have bad beats more. But EV measures your percentage chance to win in the pot and their percentage chance to win. So say you have 30% in a pot, well, it will record 30% of that pot as profit, right? So if you win, well, you're above EV by 70% of that pot. If you lose, you're below EV by 30% of that pot. So I clearly just don't understand EV at this point, you know? I'm close to you know, saying something meaningful, but I'm wrong. Better way of calculating how you're running would be giving 85% of the pot to add to your EV line, leaving 15% out. That's what it does. EV in tracking software is a yes or no answer. A win or lose. That's not true. This is tilting. To simplify things, you get 80% versus 20%, 10 times. You're going to lose 2 of those pots on average, but your EV line will have you winning them all. It's not true. It's an inaccurate way of calculating how you're truly running. Now, I'm sure this has been realized before, but just thinking through it in my head has been sort of an aha moment for me. What a genius I was. Oh, just an absolute stud. In fact, the more you're running under EV, the better player you likely are. The more you're getting bad beats, the better player you likely are is what I'm trying to say, which could be true. Crazy, hey? Now, I'd like to clarify that it's probably not true at higher stakes where you're getting it in behind a larger percentage of the time than the small stakes. I'd love to hear your thoughts on why this isn't widely known to players as well, as if there's any mathematical issues in my theory. If there's any mathematical issues, thank God. Cheers, Jamie Staples. Okay, so those are the 2 posts. This was March 31st, 2011. Let's summarize. Double Guarantees Week, I make this big preparation for this huge series, and then I have a bad mixed game session. I decide to scrap that and play some more mixed games, and then I go play live, and then I remember I'm moving out, and I have $8,000, and you know, it's $2,500 for 5 months of rent, so I go home and decide to grind online trying to build up that rent money. It doesn't work out, and then I make this post about I found a new game, which is Limit Hold'em. I decided Limit Hold'em was now my calling in life, and then I play Limit Hold'em, proceed to call myself the best player in the world after playing 2,500 hands, and then I explain to everyone why they're wrong about expected value. Jamie, I just need you to know, you are absolutely killing it in life, man. Jamie 2011, you keep doing you, okay? thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Reading an Old Blog, episode 5. Man, I just roasted myself. I'm sorry. But we're going to do another episode actually in the next 4 days. We're going to release 2 of these and then in 4 days before I sort of get back on the stream grind. So you guys can stay tuned for episode 6 coming out very soon. But let me know what you think about the series. Subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. Do you have any sort of old embarrassing poker stories about your past? I'd love to hear them. But that's going to be it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.